Jeez, it's been days. Okay, so I got a couple hours here, so I'm going to try to cut my lights in here. What's that? Oh, it don't matter what it is. So I'm going to try to cut my squares in here. I'm going to cut one kind of longer. Maybe I'll make two equal ones. I hadn't really decided yet. Kind of forgot all about this, to be honest with you. Okay, well, whatever that was, I don't remember. So window here, window there. There you go. And I found I found some other plexiglass, so I can take that back right there. That'd be cool. Let me take that and put it over here so I won't forget it. Okay, so I've got them marked the way I want them. You know, you can do them however you want to do them. I'm going to try to do a little picture frame around this too. But when you want to cut out a piece, this is going to be waste. There's going to be 4 of them, 2 on each side. And you want to go to this tool, my jigsaw. Then you have to cut your or drill your holes here and here, so you can get your saber tooth saw that way and that way and that way and that way, and then cut them out. See, so you try to keep it simple as you can. So there are 3 of them, and look pretty good. And that's the way you do that. So I've got the router out with a flat bit. Well, basically flat bit. See, flat bit. And I've made my marks here, and I'm going to route this out. I'm going to do it by hand. I'm not going to use any guides or anything. I think it'll be okay. And take your time. You know, routers, man, you ain't got a choice. You got to have them babies there. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. And you can tell I got my lip. Well, it's just not, there you go. So I got my lip to inset my plexiglass, and I'm just gonna I'll show you how I'm gonna attach it later, and then frame it, and then it'll look pretty good. Don't look so good now, but we're gonna hide all that. So you can just stand on it here and hand route it. It's not too bad. Okay, that took about 25 minutes. Kind of got a little messy. Better empty your cuffs before you go in. Put your lizard in the lizard house. Ooh, you can see it down in the cuffs. That's funny. Well, we'll get outside and do that. Don't make a mess in here now, do we? Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of plastic to show you what I'm talking about here. Plexiglass. Where's plexiglass? Behind me. Okay. Well, you just mark it and cut it. Don't take long. I always use guides when I cut plexiglass. Get away from me too quick. So, oh. If it hits the floor. So you see where I'm going with this thing. Look at that. I can get 2 out of, well, I'm not going to try to do that. I think I got another piece of this somewhere. So I really got to cut a bunch of these. So I might end up using that other piece anyhow. So you know how to cut plexiglass, you know, with a tool. There's got to be a million YouTube videos on how to do that. But see, we want to minimize our cutting. So we're going to try to get it this way. Now, I will tell you this, and it's up to you to do it right. Let's do this factory side here. There are ways of trimming, kind of fine-tuning this around the corners. And I use a bench grinder, but don't tell anybody. The fumes are horrible. It is extremely dangerous, and the molten plastic that comes down off the wheel is very dangerous. I'm not going to show that, but just don't be silly about it, you know. The very basic of plexiglass cutting tool, and I always try to score both sides, and then it just snaps off this piece of cake. Let's do one and then remark this one. So I did that in 2 cuts, so let's just try to do this in 2 cuts also. 2 cuts 2. see how we did. See the edges are rounded, which you can see is plexiglass. And if you want to wipe that off, it just wipes off with denatured alcohol or rubbing alcohol. And then if you do want to do the rounding of the edge, just a touch on a grinder, hit the wheel like this. Don't hit it sideways or it'll make you crack your glass sometimes. So you just kind of roll it and you end up with those ends. Let's see how we did. So, ooh, got lucky, didn't I? See? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, what's that right there? Don't matter. Use this as a template to cut out another one. And this is going to be for one dot there and one dot there. And I'll put 2, 2, and then 3, 3, and 4, 4. And then you know which way they're aligned. So, because you kind of custom fit them. Kind of. All right, and I unplugged. No, I didn't. So what I'm saying here, I was going to do it that way, but cut it out that way. I might can get 3 out of this piece if I'm careful. So if you do it like this, you got 2 edges already cut. So all you got to do is cut this edge here and that edge there, and you get your plexiglass cutting down to 2 cuts. And that's always good. You don't want to mess the plexiglass too much. It's kind of annoying a little bit. Okay, once again, let's go do this. I had to route it out a little bit more. I wasn't on the lines. It's dark outside. I gotta go in. Do my cuffs now. Right? Don't empty them into your shoes. Okay. Feel better about myself. I got my blue nozzle up there, so I might just go do that. Nothing like says YouTube extravaganza like emptying sawdust out of your cuff, does it? Okay. This is the way I do things. I kind of have things in my head in a way, and I don't write them down. But I'm a little afraid that this light, this glass right here, is going to be eclipsed by the frame work. So I got these to extend this out. So I'm going to extend this out a little bit, but I'm going to lace this thing, which means that I'm going to put this much extension on. Maybe not that much. I might have to cut that down a little bit. Ooh, somebody stepped on that. Oh, what a bastard. So I'm going to cut this way, and then I'm gonna do the opposite of this butt joint, and then I'm gonna put my biscuits in here this way like I did this one. But I don't know how much further out I'm gonna make this thing go. I was thinking that would probably be plenty. I think I'm gonna long cut these things. Yeah, 5.5. Yeah, I knew that. I just forgot. It's been terrible weather today. They were calling for twisters. This is a twister. And but it never came to fruition, at least not yet. Because they called it off at 3. Okay, so it's 4. I've been doing all kinds of other stuff I'm not going to even tell you about. But yeah, it's been pretty brutal here. See those big heavy clouds? I'm glad I didn't see anything twisting around and touching down or anything. So let's, I got to decide on this. I think I'm going to, golly, I don't want it to be that far out. I'm going to need some of this for framing anyway. So I think I'm going to cut these in half or something. And because I got a frame around the window when I make the extension part. So I think I'm going to cut these in half. And that'll be enough extension. I need about that much, and so that's about that much, and that'll be fine. I'm thinking. We'll see how it turns out. Film at 11. All right, so I've put the one side extension on. I cut one of the boards in half long ways, and I put the biscuit joints in it, and you can tell by all the dust on the floor. I've been out here working, so. It's looking pretty good. I'm actually okay with this. And this makes it stronger. The more joints within reason. Didn't work out too good, did it? Well, I better go around and tighten everything. Sometimes that happens. Well, not sometimes. It just did happen. Let's all get that back on there. While I hang around down here a little bit. Well, I have made a secondary extension here. I've primed it. I've cut all the, you see all the plexiglass on the floor, and now I'm sort of toying with my framing here. Tons of milling work, and I'm just going to keep nibbling at this until I get it where I want it. So I have to be kind of careful here. So you know, I'm just going to take the curve down until I kind of get it where I want it, and then I'm hoping, you know, they're all going to fit, because they will, because by dang, they're all going to fit, dadgummit. So this is just primer, and I've got a special color theme we're going to run here. So let me go, this takes forever fitting, just like making a frame. I know they charge a lot for frames. If you've never made one, make one, and then you'll see why. So I'm going to inset those now, since I got all my wood cut, and I got my silicone to seal everything up. So I'm going to lay a little bead of silicone in here, and then I'm going to put my glass in, and then I'm going to lay another bead of silicone, and then we are going to nail on these and prime those a little bit, and then we'll go. So let's see what's happening with my phone here. Whenever you hear crickets, my phone going off. Yep. Okay. Time's just flying by. So I got my 2 pieces of plexiglass in here. I've got my frame done. See, I got the silicone down in there, and these protrude just a little bit, just a little tiny bit, and that's okay with me, because I'm just going to knock them over with a hammer. So, but there's what we're going for right there. So, of course, these pieces of plexiglass are going to be a little ill-fitting, because, you know, the paint makes the wood swell, and it's hard to keep them marked and all that stuff. So let's finish it. So I got to come up with a pad to put this thing on when I'm turning it over, because I think I'd rather have. Well, I can't have that. Okay, I'll have something. Oh, I know what I have. I'll go get it. A moving pad. Sometimes making videos is good, because it makes you take a break. So they're all 4 in, and I am debating on making. Oh, so you got to seal all those cracks up. We'll do all that when we get we're going to get a coat of paint on. I guess I could put some spackle in there or something. But you don't want that open to the outside world. So, but anyway, yeah, the whole point of this was, see, they're all in now. So, and I put this blankie down here, and I guess I'll get some filler and fill up these cracks, and I got to peen those nails over and stuff too. So let's go get something other than a rubber mallet, huh? Oh my God, it's a skunk. Whoa! Well, they are nocturnal creatures. It's a skunk. I can't believe it. I've never seen a skunk here. Oh no! I'm going to stay inside. I don't want to upset this little fella. Digging for grubs, I guess. Yeah, go on down the driveway. It's okay with me. I have been here for 2.5 years. No, it doesn't look rabid or anything. Just keep going that way. Never mind. Went right across the front of the house. Maybe it's an anteater. What you got there is an anteater. Look at it. just thrilled to be here. Wow. I'm not opening the back door. Wow. It's just, okay, I don't know what it wants, but, oh. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's green and red and white, but it is done. Another couple of coats of paint, but I'm gonna do that when I get it on in the window box. But I don't know. It's just later in the week. It's been 3 or 4 days. So let's get back to it. Let's try to get this thing hung today, and I'm looking forward to it. I gotta bring the window down here and sort that out about with that piece of poplar right there. The budget keeps kind of growing on it, but only like that was $20. It's nothing big. We're nowhere near $3,500. We're nowhere near even $300. You know, less the tools, right? Right. Always got to keep that in mind. Oops. So we are back up here at it, and we've got this window out. So let's go to and fit it. And I got my drill bits and some screws, and where are those big screws? They're over there. And we're gonna go down there and fit this thing and all that other stuff. I'm gonna do some tile work, believe it or not, around this or in this thing. So we'll clean this up and get the tape up and see what it looks like. You ready? Quit putting that there because it bleeds off and makes a mess. And the sun's not a good spot. Just put it there for a minute. I put some brown caulk in here, and I kind of wanted to just show you. I didn't fit this window. This was a manufactured house from, I never can remember who did it. But let's get all that stuff off there. Get all this old silicone that didn't really stick off of there because that's going to interfere with my tape. But see, look, pretty chalky right there, isn't it? That's I didn't do that. Those are the pros, baby. And a little silicone fix it right up. Stuck better on this side for some reason. Okay, let's tape it up. Got some ready. So we got it taped off, and I had so much of it that I just wasn't real concerned about, wasting any. I don't know if you can waste this stuff. I guess you could if you really tried to, but a little bit more of this stuff than you think's better than not enough. Pretty good stuff. It does stick to things. I found it's better to tear it than to cut it because you can get the backing off of it a little easier. See how it kind of lips down? If you cut it, it's a little too perfect. So I'm going to put it like that too. It won't get goo everywhere. So there's all my remnants of that. So let's get this down to the place and clean it and see if it fits my case I made. So that's pretty good. So I did allow a little bit of room for this casement stuff. And just go around it a couple of times. Just make sure it's completely sealed. It's completely healed. And just make sure and get it. If you can get it up under your siding, it's probably not true for a lot of us, then try to do that. But I think that's going to be good enough because, like I say, I'm under a roof here. So, but I still want it to be as watertight as possible. I like sleeping. It's hard to show you now, but it fits pretty good. I'm actually okay with this. So I'm going to lose this flange. I'm going to see how, I got an idea how I'm going to do that. And that's just thicker than you think it is. So let's see if I can get that off, and then I can see about framing this thing in there. And I think this is going to be okay. I think I'm going to be able to sort this out. Ain't crazy if it works. So here's old Rex, and there's what she's doing. Okay, so that shows, well, I don't know if I had it in frame or not. We'll do it again. Get it? All distracted by that skunk I saw last night. I don't want no skunk. I need some skunk away. Okay, that took less than 10 minutes to cut those off. And while I was doing this, I had an idea on what to do. Let's see how it fits, and then I'm going to exercise my idea. Any of you got any ideas? Put them in the comments below, and be nice to me. Alright, so what I've done here is I've made some guiding pieces. These are actually the scraps left over from the side lights there. I thought that was kind of poetic. And I have to think about things about being by myself, because I'm by myself most all my life. So that I'm used to it, don't mind it. But so I have to kind of, I'm going to go mount this box, see, and then I can come back and get the window and set it in there. And I know what you're thinking. How, you know, you're going to drill into this plastic. Well, I think I can, if I'm careful, just sort of tack it in and then, you know, just sort of make it safe. It'll be fine. It's not going to blow out or anything like that. When it blows out, you got other problems. So let's get this drill and this box up to the house. So I think that's going to be fine. And I've already cut my lumber for going around it, so that'll be fine too. So I'm excited. You excited? Not as much as I am. I've been working on this a long time. Okay, so Christmas box is here, and that's there. And we're gonna, I don't think I can do this with one hand. You're gonna, oh, maybe I can. Oh. It's a little precarious, but I want you to see it happening. Okay. Oh. All right, you saw it. She was a little wompy from putting that tape in there. So there it is up there, see? And we're gonna have some stuff on the sides, maybe. And I got the great stuff to swing it. And I was a little concerned about my lights being too close to the siding, but I don't care. That's fine. It's fine with me. So let me put this camera down and see about getting a screw in this son of a gun. So there's what she looks like. Got to be a little careful of those sticking out there, but you know, that's the way it goes. Let's put my camera inside and get this thing figured out. Now I love these screws, but that kind of particular screw head, because you don't really need, countersinking is fine, but I think you can just paint over them and be okay. Okay, so let's get this in here. And this is going to be finished work right here. This is going to be in here, and that's going to be it. Looks like I need to put some cord or shoe around that or something. Be fine. We're about to trim out later, won't we? She's permanently in. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She'll take 12. She's fine. She's in there just real solid, and I'm just very, very happy with that. So I'm going to get the great stuff. I got my ladder. I'm going to go ahead and put the great stuff around it so it can be curing out. And so I'm excited. I mean, really, this is just as cool to me. Let's stand back and look at it a little bit. Okay, that'll be nice. I mean, that'll give me a little extra places for, you know, dishwashing detergent and stuff like that, and it'll just bring a little bit more light in. Very, very pleased. Okay, we got the great stuff everywhere, so, and that's fine. So let's go get the window and put it in, and I'm gonna wrap the window with this stuff too, and then because that stuff self heals, as you know, you screw into it and it'll heal up around it. But we're ready to bring the window up. Let's go get it. Let's go get that thing. This is way too heavy to do one-handed, so there's going to be my little screws, and that's just gonna get them in there enough to hold it in. Okay, so latch is going on the inside. Okay, all right. So I wiped it off a little bit, trying to hope to get the pellet tape stick a little better. So I can't show you this. You'll just have to trust me, because you'll see it in a minute. Now, guess I could well, I'll be using the pellet. I was thinking I could put a bead of silicone here. Probably just make a flipping mess. Okay, I think I'll be doing good enough. And if I need to seal it, I can put a bead on the inside. Probably will do that. I got some brown. I got a bunch of brown caulk. So I don't care what color anything is. I'm about half colorblind anyway, so it don't much matter. A night scary time. These just dug in nice. I can't see anymore, but they're right. I got 2 here and 1 in the bottom, and this was just for guidance. And then I'm going to put my other piece of wood here, but I'm going to wrap that pellet tape around this first. And it's okay. I mean, as good as it ever was, huh? So let's get some pellet tape here, and then I'll get one of my pieces of wood here, and then we'll feel better. But that worked pretty good. So, all right. We'll step back and take a look at her now. And let's get the ladder back up here and put the pellet across the top. You really should start from the bottom and go up with pellet tape, but it's like roofing. Start at the bottom and go up, but you know, can't do that here. Stuff's great, it sticks. So it's pellet taped, and everything looks good and sealed. So let's put our piece of wood up there. All right. We'll go inside and look at it on the next shot. See what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to do probably one more shot and then we're going to call this done because this is going to be just trim work from here. But she's framed in, and I used every square inch of my pellet tape. I cut it in quarters a long ways, and I kind of just sealed up around the frame there. Just a little extra. It was just sitting there, wasn't doing anything for anybody, so I'm going to make it work here. So let's step back. Don't want to go around with tape on your foot now, do you? Okay. Alright, and so let's go down here a little bit more. I did a bunch of caulking today, obviously. I'm going to get this place quiet and sealed up no matter what it takes. So I think that looks pretty interesting, if nothing else. And let's go inside because that's the part that really matters to me. So I got to reuse this old window. I'm going to do one more thing. I don't know how long it'll take me to finish it, but almost a little after 2 now on an undisclosed day. So let's go over here and look at it. Now, see, isn't that nicer? Wow, to me, that just opens up this little kitchen just that little bit that you want. And all right, got a little bit of finish work to do. I may tile around here. I know I'm going to tile down here, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let me get shot back out. See now, see, I can put stuff there and pull my blade, my shade down. I would say the light factor back here is increased several percentage points. And it's about time to make hummus. I can hang my clock back up, yay! And that's pretty okay with me. So yeah, I may just I got a bunch of that tile the other day. And I keep meaning to do behind the couch where you can't see it, so I don't really care about that. But I think I'll just use some of that tile and do there. But I got base tile I want to do first. So let me get shot back out, clean up. And this is pretty square, so I should be able to make this look pretty good. It ain't perfect, but dang if it ain't tight. So let's get some of that nasty brown caulk and caulk around this edge right here. And the reason that's bowed in is because this was a little smaller than the opening, and when I screwed it in, it sort of bowed it in. I might could unscrew this, but who cares? It ain't gonna matter. I've already got the great stuff out there. So let me brown caulk this and vacuum this, brown caulk that. Show you what I'm gonna do down here, and I'll just try to give you the finished shot from the inside anyway, because outside's just painting. So there you go. I wasn't too concerned about this being too hard for me to reach, and it's not. And there you go. There's you some fresh air. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Until I come up with something better, that's my doorstop, that ugly hunk of stuff there. Because the last thing you want right now is that to hit that. Now it would hit up there first, but I still, you know, I got to figure out some kind of doorstop now too, because that doorstop that I have right there is too short, and I really don't want to put a piece of wood here It's just kind of wanted this to be a little bit more open than it's ever been, because that doorstop used to be further up here. I may have to come up with a better doorstop than that, but that's working okay. Sure is ugly as hell though, isn't it? But for now, it's sort of a working doorstop. And I know the radio's on, but that's too bad. So here's my tile work here, and I'm loving that. And let's see. All right, let's see. It sort of, that color sort of ties in with my paint scheme here. I had to make this little bit of a ledge right here to bring this ledge out some, and I did some fancy cutting, as you can tell, and that's going to look just like up front. So let me cut the tile that's going to go on the sides here, and hopefully my chip brushes will be here soon, and I can paint this white, and we can make that look better. All right then. Okay, he's doing his cowboy song. It's just too much. He's got a knockout western accent with a Harlem touch. Jackie was real local weed. Jackie's what you call a swing half-breed. Doing his Cow Cow Boogie in the strangest way. Alright, so I've got that where I want it. Oh, I hadn't even showed this. I've got all this down. We're going to do a final shot. This is the second from the last shot. And we're going to pull this down to there. I'm actually sitting in the sink. Not a bad idea. I might clean up. Who knows? So, I think the rest of this is going to be trim. See, I got all that cut in right there. And we can just, I'm probably going to, I was thinking about changing this like the front and making it natural, but then I'd have to change all that. I don't see any point in that. This is service porch stuff. So, and there's my blood. You know, when you cut glass, this is glass. You just might possibly bleed some. So those are still loose. Oh. Alright, so we're going to get those right. Well, we'll do a back away shot in a second. Amen on this one. So I've got everything the way I want to see. I got the white painted down here. And why would one sing the Cow Cow Boogie? It's because of the cow cow. There she is. And there it is. In all its glory. It is done. You know, a little bit of trim work. Oh, I don't think I like that. That stuff's still a little bit malleable. You can tell I'm tired when I start saying words like malleable. There's Cow Cow. Mooooo. Okay, so she's going to stay right there. I don't have to glue her down. I'm not afraid of anything. And this is going to be a wrap. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Well, what? I don't know. I don't know. It's just so much better. I put the blind back a little bit, and so it's just going to be so much better. I just can't believe it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you on whatever I think of next. One of these days I'm going to work on a car again. Hopefully not a Lexus or anything like that. So congratulations to my friend Mick, who got the trees removed from the trailer. I hope they're happy, and I hope they sell that place as quickly as possible. That's it. Dinner. Okay, thanks for watching again.